Okay, I'm here with Rod Saboury, the man who takes your average Corvette, street-driven Corvette, gets him in the sixes. Met him years ago, Route 66, when he was driving a 53 Corvette that he put a hardtop on, and he was cranking, I believe then, in the high sevens, over 200 miles an hour. This car he put together, I'm going to let him explain to you here on Vetster.com. Rod,
Okay.
go ahead.
What we did here was we took all my experience from the NMCA and all the fastest street car racing and tried to build a car that's a triple threat. This car, we can drive on the street, we race it, we go to cruises, and it's a true street car, believe it or not. It's got cup holders, it's got power windows, we're putting vintage air in it. It gets 10 miles to the gallon, and it runs on Sunoco pumped gas, 94 octane Sunoco. Did the Woodward cruise, everything's on my video tape over there showing the Woodward cruise. Did the Good Guys in Columbus, so over 500 miles of driving this summer. And yeah, for the purist, it is the original body, but it started out as a pretty piece of junk carcass, which was a good candidate for this. But we did stretch it a foot because the Corvette wheelbase in '63 was only 98 inches, kind of short to go 200. So if you want, I can show you where we stretched it out.
Go ahead.
The car in half right here, put 4 inches in the roof there, cut it in half right here, put 2 inches in there, which made the back window 2 inches longer. So we shortened the back window back 2 inches to make that right. And then we put 6 inches in the back of the front fender. So in all, the car's a foot longer than it was originally, which went from a 98-inch wheelbase to 110, which is really important to go 200. That's my goal, is to have the first pump gas, streetable, 200-mile-an-hour, 6-second car. And if you watch the videotape over there, we ran it 2 weeks ago, and the first pass down the track, it ran 7:09 at 194 on pump gas, which is a second quicker than anybody's going on pump gas. So it detonated the whole way down the track. I didn't take enough timing out, so we're going to try it again in 2 weeks on pump gas.
So it's fair to say you'd be in the sixes.
Yeah, it's going to run the sixes on pump gas, and then we're going to turn the boost up and run racing gas and see what it will do.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that engine?
Yeah, it's a unique engine. It's a small block. It's a 398 cubic inch small block, but it has big block cylinder heads on it. It's got Dart little cheap heads. Most people aren't familiar with those, but they were designed for the NHRA Pro Stock truck class years ago. The trucks ran small blocks, the small cubic inch small block as well. And Dart started building these heads for the small block trucks, but before the heads were finished, NHRA pulled the plug on the class. So at that time, the heads weren't any use to anybody until I came up with this stupid idea here. So we got the heads, Mike Moran, who built the motor, got the heads from Dart. So it's 398 small block with big block cylinder heads on it.
And they bolted right in, or did you have to do some configuring?
A lot of work's done to the block for the heads to bolt on, yeah. A lot of work. But it's just a cast block. It's not aluminum built-up block or anything like that. And it's got twin 88 millimeters. That's the idea for the cylinder heads, is a small block head can't flow enough fuel and air that these turbos can put through for twins. They can single, but not twins. And I needed 2,200 horsepower to put it in the 60s, and it would have only gone to 1,600. It made 2,200 with these heads. So we're right where we need to be. And it proved that on the track. I mean, it went 7:09 on the first pass on pump gas.
Are you going to put a radio in it?
And yeah, we're putting an iPod stereo system in it. Matter of fact, I got a sponsor here this weekend. We're putting a stereo, we're putting vintage air on it. We've got all the brackets here for vintage air. It already has power windows. It's got the factory flip-up headlights and bumpers and grill and all that. Of course, the front end's original, other than lengthening of 6 inches, but we did carbon fiber the hood. So it's basically a lab experiment on wheels.
Well, I can tell you this. As a personal friend of Larry Shinoda's, he'd really like this car.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm sure. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, he knows what he's looking at, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? Keep up the good work, and I always look forward to reading your articles.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Check us out on Vetster.com.
I will. I've already seen that. I want to check that out again. Thanks a lot.